JDS TV News Brief.
Hello, welcome to JDS TV and another edition of our News Briefs program. I am Ori Bach, here with co-anchor Maya Sunshine. Today's production includes interviews with student principal for a day, Zachary Tamarkin, pre-K teacher Maura Sherba, who has just returned from a trip to Israel, a chat with the head of school, Mrs. Amy Golden, and a few student opinions about the lock-in, which took place on December 17th.
First, we have Zachary Tamarkin to hear about his time as principal for a day.
Hi, I'm Elitza Hockhauser, here today with Zachary Tamarkin, a 4th grade student at the JDS. Now, Zach, I understand that you had the privilege of being principal of the JDS for a day. How did that happen?
Well, at the JDS Gala, there was an auction, and I asked all my aunts and uncles and grandparents to bid for that.
Cool. Was it hard work being the principal of the JDS?
No, it was not hard.
And why was that?
Because I didn't have to do that much.
What did you do as principal of the JDS?
Well, I made the lunch menu chicken nuggets. We had brownies for dessert, and everyone wore sports clothes.
Cool. In the future, would you ever consider becoming a principal of a school?
No.
And why is that?
'Cause I don't want to be a principal.
Okay. Thank you, Zach, for giving us that information on being principal of the JDS for a day. I am Elitza Hockhauser for JDS TV with Principal Zach Tamarkin.
It seems like Zach had a great time experiencing what it's like to be principal of JDS.
Now to Benjamin Dahan with the interview with Maura Sherba about her exciting trip. Take it away, Ben.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Dahan, and this is Maura Sherba, who just got back from her trip in Israel. We're going to ask her a few questions about her trip. First, was this your first trip to Israel?
Yes, this was my first trip to Israel.
How did you end up going to Israel, and who put together your trip?
There is a program partnership together, and the Jewish Federation here in Allentown worked towards putting this trip together. And it was not me alone, but there were other organizations which sent their representatives, like JCC and Bethel and KI.
Okay, that's cool. What was your original thought when you got to Israel?
Like, if you travel to a new place, you always have your anxiety because it's a foreign country and new language that you'll be hearing all the time. But then, apart from that, there was some kind of confidence because I have traveled a lot before. So this was a nice experience for me.
Who were you with in Israel?
I was hosted by a family called the Korans in Bet Gorin in the Yahav area, and that is where I stayed for 8 days with them.
Okay. How did it feel to walk on the same ground as our forefathers have thousands of years ago?
Yes, it was almost like a history book coming alive for me, visiting the David's tomb and seeing the Jaffa city and everything. It was amazing, and then I was really mesmerized by the history that was locally there, which I got to visit.
Where did you go in Israel, like in total?
I was mainly in the Yoav area, which is the southern part of Israel. And then apart from that, I went to Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. That was the main highlight of my trip.
Yeah, that's cool. What was your favorite tourist attraction?
Yeah, though I visited Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, I think my tourist attraction was when we went to a local Bet Gallon caves over there, and it was, like I said earlier, I was really mesmerized for all the history that was out there. And when we visited Kibbutz Remedim, and I saw all the old olive presses that were excavated, that was the biggest highlight I felt about the historic place.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
What was your most special moment in the Holy Land?
I think visit to Jerusalem and the wall, when I saw that, it was like one of those things that you see on TV normally, and I was standing there and experiencing that moment. That was the biggest thing for me. It was the biggest thing for me. It was an exciting moment at that time.
That sounds so great. Did you feel scared at all? Because you know what happens?
I don't know in what terms you're asking these questions, but then I'm, apart from this being my first trip to Israel and some anxiety of visiting a foreign country, I didn't have any other fear in my mind when I went there, or rather a lot of excitement.
Okay. Did you see any old friends when you were there?
Actually, the middle school teachers had visited us 2 years back. I got to see them. Those were some familiar faces I spotted right away as I went there. And it was nice to interact with them and talk to them and extend our greetings.
What was your favorite meal in Israel, and did you taste the falafel?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was nice to taste the falafel in Israel. So I know we taste falafel in our cafeteria, but it was really nice to taste falafel in Israel. But I think I found my new favorite dish over there, and that will be shakshuka. I loved it.
Lastly, on a scale to 1 to 10, how was your trip?
Whopping 10.
Thank you, Shobha, for your time here. I am glad your trip was really wonderful. I'm Benjamin Dahan for JDS TV, and have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you.
You know, Maya, it sounds like Shobha had a great trip.
I agree. Now there are a few calendar notes to be mentioned. First, there will be no school on Monday, February 20th. And second, the third school quarter began on January 26th.
Now back to Elitza Hockhauser with an intriguing interview with the head of the JDS school, Mrs. Amy Golding.
Hi, I am Elitza Hockhauser, here for JDS TV. Today, I'll be interviewing the head of the Jewish Day School, Miss Golding. Miss Golding, thank you for being with us today.
My pleasure.
First of all, congratulations on being named the head of school. So how does it feel to be the principal of the JDS?
It's exhilarating. I wake up every morning and I can't wait to get here to go join all of you at the school.
That sounds great. Now, what are some of the upcoming events happening at the JDS?
Great question. This weekend we are really busy. We are preparing for Hanukkah Palooza, where we will have a sticker art project, a laka bar, falafel bar. We are going to create the stage into a drive-in movie theater. We are going to have edible candy dreidels. And then at 9 o'clock when the adults leave, we're converting the entire school into a middle school lock-in.
That sounds like so much fun. Are there going to be any changes made to the JDS in January?
Good. We are talking about starting clubs during lunch. Clubs would meet once a week. They would be for middle school only. Middle school students will have the opportunity to select which clubs they're interested in participating in. We've talked about Jewish film class, a yearbook class, a debate class, chess class, knitting, and they will be run by volunteers in the community.
Sounds interesting. How does your experience at the JDS compare or contrast to the JDS now?
So when I went to the Jewish Day School not that long ago, the Jewish Day School was a Orthodox school. It had an affiliation, a movement that we practiced on, and this now Jewish Day School is a community day school. We have students from all different backgrounds, and we embrace everyone and welcome them into our school.
That sounds really nice. What do you like to do in your free time?
I have two children, Lila, who's 3 years old, and Jackson, who's 5. They keep me very, very busy. I join them for swimming and karate. We're really into Lego building right now. I'm learning all about Ninjago. The other day, I told him that I liked his werewolf costume, and it turns out it was a Chewbacca from Star Wars. So I am learning a lot as I spend time with them.
They sound adorable. How is New York different from Allentown?
So New York City is very different. I grew up here in Allentown and then moved to New York after college. To get to work or to school in New York, we take the subway. So it's a lot colder there than it is here when we just run into our cars and then arrive here. We spend a lot more time outside in the playgrounds because we live in smaller apartments. Here we do play dates in our homes. Things are much cheaper here. The grocery bills are a lot nicer at the end when you get that items purchased. But overall, I feel that people in Allentown are much happier. You see everybody smiling. Not as many people dressed in all black. It's a lot more colors here. The trees, the nature, the seasons, you can really experience it more in Allentown.
If you could add anything to the JDS, what would it be?
I would love for there to be more students. I think this is such an incredible place, and I would love more children to have the opportunity to come here and get to have experiences like this opportunity right now that you're having in video production.
Lastly, what is your favorite part about the JDS?
Everything. This morning we started our day with a chopped Hanukkah contest. What I loved about that was it was completely student generated. I think what you're doing in this video production class is so incredible. We've started a computer lab again. I just feel that our halls are so alive, so filled with joy and life, and I love everything that we're doing here.
Thank you so much for being with us here today, Ms. Golding. We are so happy to call you our head of school. I am Elitza Hockhauser for JDS TV.
Thank you to Ms. Amy Golding and Elitza for that most informative chat. Now to a quick commercial.
Hello, JDS community. As you all know, we're selling snacks to raise money for our new video production class.
The sale takes place every Wednesday after lunch, and everything costs $1. Here is a list of
Snacks we are selling.
Little Bites, blueberry and chocolate,
A variety of juice boxes,
organic reduced fat chocolate milk,
Oreos and Nature Valley crunchy granola bars,
fruit by the foot or fruit roll-ups,
Cheez-Its,
Hershey's milk chocolate bars,
Kit Kat bars in milk chocolate,
Pirates Foodie white cheddar puffs,
milk chocolate M&Ms,
Tasty Brand emoji-shaped organic cookies.
And we are back to the feature presentation. We go now to Madeline Rosenthal with a few opinions on the lock-in, which occurred on December 17th. Take it away, Madeline.
Hello, I am Madeline Rosenthal for JDS TV. I am here with Ori Bach, who will answer some questions about the recent lock-in. What is a lock-in?
The lock-in is an event that the JDS does for students, and it's a bunch of activities that the students do. They sleep over at the school, and there's tons of activities, fun activities for the students, and they interact with each other, and it's supposed to be a fun experience for the students.
And what are some of the activities at the lock-in?
This year's lock-in, there was a dance party, there were games, and there were movies playing. It was very fun.
So did the students like it?
Overall, I think the majority of the students really enjoyed the lock-in.
Are there any changes that you would make for next year?
I think the lock-in was very successful, and I don't think there would be any changes we would make for next year's.
So tell me, Ori, did you like the lock-in?
I loved the lock-in. I thought it was very fun, and I thought it was a great experience for everyone.
So what did you think was the best part?
I think overall the whole lock-in was great. I loved interacting with friends, and I loved the dance party. It was all very great.
Thank you. Now we're going to get some personal opinions from other students about the lock-in. I am now here with Maya Sunshine, who will give a student opinion on the lock-in. Did you like the lock-in?
Yes.
What was the best part?
The dance party.
Good choice. And was there anything you would change about the lock-in?
No.
Okay. Thank you, Maya Sunshine. Now, Benjamin DeHaan will give a student opinion on the lock-in. Did you like the lock-in?
Yeah, it was cool.
What was the best part?
The best part was probably, it was all equal. I mean, there's no really best part of it.
Nice. And was there anything you would change?
I would have some classes be more separate.
Okay, thank you for your feedback. Now to another student. And this is Yuval Shimoni, who will give us the last student opinion on the lock-in. Did you like the lock-in?
Yes,
What was the best part?
the dance party.
And was there anything you would change about the lock-in?
I would separate some classes with other classes. I would put the 5th and 6th graders together and put the 7th and 8th together.
Nice feedback. This is Madeline Rosenthal with JDS TV.
Thanks, Madeline, for that report. It sounds like students had a great time at the lock-in. I hope it occurs next year.
And that is all the news we have for this edition of the JDS TV. And for Maya Sunshine and the entire JDS TV news team, I am Ori Bach. See you next time.
This has been a production of JDS TV.